Hello everyone, I'm Pacific and welcome back to another episode of the Friday Show where I'm going to be talking about the hype that has built up inside of me for World at War 2, World War 2, Call of Duty World War 2. This game, since seeing the trailer, I'm excited for it. I want to see this game and I want to see it do good because I just went through my history class. We just went through World War 2. And I realized that there's a lot of things that they could do in this game to make it amazing, right? They lost me at about Advanced Warfare. That's when the only reason I bought Call of Duties was to play it with friends. Infinite Warfare, the recording of this is April 27th, 2017. I just picked up Infinite Warfare today, but it was the Legacy Edition to play Modern Warfare Remastered with my friend. I'm not even playing Infinite Warfare. I know the campaign is kind of cool, I might pop that in. Or the zombies, you know? Who knows? But finally, World War II, the wait's been here. I'm excited to see where they go with this. I want to see them do just a little bit more with this. I want to see more combat on boats and maybe, like you're on a submarine and it gets raided. I don't want to see just hopping through jungles, hopping through buildings, The boat environments would be really cool. I also want to see some stuff where you play as Filipino guerrilla soldiers. That would be cool. I also want to see if they can make stuff where you can play as these the Jews in Germany, where they were getting Jews out of Germany. That's an interesting story where it was kind of like, you remember in American Civil War how there were people smuggling black slaves out of America? Well, it's the same thing, but it was the Jews in Germany. They were smuggling other Jews out. And other people as well. Not just, Jews. And I really want them to go deep with this and do a mission where you have to go through a Holocaust camp. Because it's a hard topic to really grasp around. And video games have the power to immerse you beyond any other form of media. Even books. Fiction books are kind of equal to video games because you're using your imagination so much. You've built the world, you can immerse yourself in the world. But I really think that they need to do that because it's a World War II game, and Battlefield 1 showed the terror of World War I. I think Call of Duty World at War II can really show the terror that the Nazis did in World War II with the Holocaust. But beyond that, I would like to see some things where you play as a German soldier. This is something that, it's kind of like, oh, we're fighting for the losing side, but it's still an interesting concept. Fighting for Germany, fighting for Japan. Like, make it so you have leaders that are yelling at you, freaking kill this guy, he's an enemy to the state. Kill the communist or whatever, Like, they can go beyond just the conventional, you're the Americans, the British, the Soviets, or the Australians, and you're going in killing everyone, and you're the badass. I want to see some stuff where they hit emotional levels. Black Ops 1 kind of did that, where, like the story of Mason, where you were in that chair and they were just fucking you up and stuff. And the part where, there's one part in one of the missions where Hudson puts glass in a guy's mouth and punches him. Like, Black Ops 1 was starting to hit on that emotional spot. Black Ops 1 was the game, to me, where the gore was like, oh my god, this is gory. Like, that was the game that started my old person, this is gore. Like, and video games have just gotten more advanced from there. So, I want to see them hit emotional levels with this game. Also, what they did with MWR, where there's supply drops, I'm fine with that as long as they did it with no microtransactions. MWR doesn't have microtransactions. I'm happy for that. I'm like, hey, if it's unlockable stuff, it's unlockable stuff. As long as you have to work for it, right? It's a $60 game. Technically, MWR is a $100 game if you want, whatever. But putting microtransactions after that is just a slap into the face. That's what turned me off of Black Ops 3 and Advanced Warfare, actually. BO3, I touched it maybe one time in the past. Like, you know, after I would say the second DLC. Touched it maybe once, the multiplayer, maybe twice. Or if I did, custom games, it's custom games. Or zombies. I haven't done online multiplayer because, whatever. I don't want to get pissed off because some kid has a fucking M1 Grand and he's killing me with it. Doesn't make any sense. But if I'm dying with an M1 Grand in World at War 2, makes sense, right? So go ahead, tell me if you're hyped for World at War 2 or World War 2 in the comments below. What do you want to see in this game? I don't want to hear just one. If you want to share it, your opinions, and start a conversation, don't just go, I want to see them stop from their bad practices. Tell me what those bad practices are. Tell me what you want. You can say one word for all I care. But if you really want to start a discussion, write more than a sentence. You'll be surprised at what you think up, and then read it back, and then you'll see if your opinions have holes in them. So you won't get roasted in the comments. Subscribe if you're new. I do the Friday show every Friday. I love it. It's awesome. This is my favorite thing on my channel right now is the Friday show. I might just start doing extra editions on Sunday too, just because there's so many things to talk about video games. I'm Pacific. See you guys in the next episode of whatever I decide to make.